Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today we're going to take a look at what our government doesn't want us to know.
What's interesting is that this morning the Democrats decided to vote against releasing this memo. That's number one. Number two, when I was in the room, and I've heard from other members of Congress, when they were in the room, there were no Democrats who actually came down to look at this memo. So they were so interested in the Russia collusion story until their Russia collusion story actually started unraveling. So now that we have some information that is being provided to every member of the House, they are unwilling to release it or to even look at it. I think what the American people will find is that they're going to be shocked by this memo. I invite everybody to use the hashtag #ReleaseTheMemo. I hope all of your viewers start with the release the memo, because we need to push our House leadership to do this. And I believe that they want to do this. I hope that they do, and that they stand with the American people and the public.
If you've been on Twitter the last few hours, you've probably seen this hashtag trending. So what's it all about? If some people are to be believed, it's government corruption worse than Watergate. GOP lawmakers demand that alarming memo on FISA abuses be made public. For anyone who's upset with the fact that I'm using Fox News as a source here, sorry, they're the only ones covering the story. Even though at the time of this recording Fox released this story 5 hours ago, no other major news source has picked it up yet. A 4-page memo circulating in Congress that reveals alleged United States government surveillance abuses is being described by lawmakers as shocking, troubling, and alarming, with one congressman liking the details to KGB activity in Russia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As many of you know, we have had a Russian narrative that has been going on because of an infamous dossier. And while there's been much reported on it, I can tell you that the Intel Committee has been fast at work, and Chairman Nunes has been doing outstanding work to get to the truth for the American people. Today, I had the opportunity to go into a confidential setting to make sure that what we can do is understand better what actually took place. And I'm here to tell all of America tonight that I am shocked to read exactly what has taken place. I would think that it would never happen in a country that loves freedom and democracy like this country. It is time that we become transparent in all of this, and I am calling on our leadership to make this available so that all Americans can judge for themselves. And I yield back.
Speaking with Fox News, the lawmakers said they could not yet discuss the contents of the memo they reviewed on Thursday after it was released to members by the House Intelligence Committee. But they say the memo should be immediately made public. It's so alarming the American people have to see this, Ohio Rep. Jim Jordan said. It's troubling, it's shocking, North Carolina Rep. Mark Meadows said. Part of me wishes that I didn't read it because I don't want to believe that those kind of things could be happening in this country that I call home and love so much. Florida Representative Matt Gaetz said he believed people could lose their jobs after the memo was released. I believe the consequence of its release will be a major change in people currently working at the FBI and the Justice Department, he said, referring to DOJ officials Rod Rosenstein and Bruce Orr. You think about it. Is this happening in America, or is this the KGB? That's how alarming it is, Pennsylvania Rep. Scott Perry said. Okay, so a lot of Republican lawmakers are freaking out about what they saw. Is it really that bad, or are they just being dramatic? Well, it's hard to say because it's still classified and the congressman can't be upfront about it. But here's what's being reported. A source close to the matter said the memo details the Intelligence Committee's oversight work for the FBI and Justice, including the controversy over unmasking and FISA surveillance. The vote on Thursday morning on releasing the memo to lawmakers was along party lines, with Democrats voting against making it available for all members. The process for releasing it to the public involves a committee vote, a source said. If approved, it could be released as long as there are no objections from the White House within 5 days. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes, Republican from California, told Fox News in December that his investigators have already uncovered evidence of abuse in the government's surveillance practices. I believe there's evidence that abuses have occurred, Nunes said at the time. Nunes pointed to the leaked conversation of former National Security Advisor General Mike Flynn with the Russian ambassador. So what does all that mean? Well, basically the implication is that the Justice Department and the FBI abused FISA power in order to make it look like Donald Trump had been colluding with the Russians. That the Obama-era Justice Department was using the FISA program to influence an election. to try to make Donald Trump lose and Hillary Clinton become the next president of the United States. But again, that's just speculation. It's all we can pull from what's being said right now. What we do know is that Democrats not only voted not to release it to the public, but they also voted not to even release it to the full House. There's something about this memo they really don't like. Of course, we also know if there was any dirt on Donald Trump, it would have been leaked yesterday, probably before anybody in the House got to see the full memo. Here's my thoughts on it. I am always for government transparency. The memo and all related materials to it should be released immediately. If there's nothing to hide, let us see for ourselves. I do want to take a moment and ask you to also retweet #ReleaseTheMemo, because I do believe this is very important. Whether or not it turns out to be a smoking gun or it's a flop, we deserve to see what's going on with our government. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this one. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey, and I'll see you next time.